Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cardboard Commander. I'm Jerry, and we are headed to turn 5 in our game of Manila, the Savage Streets. So I appreciate all the feedback that I've been given, and I found out I was playing a few of the turns incorrectly. So hopefully we fix that and we can move forward. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is the dawn phase. So we're going to first make sure that there are no reinforcements, and we do have a leader that can come back on the board. And this leader can come back anywhere where we're in control and where his troops are at. And so we're going to drop him off in Kazan here, and he'll be reconnected with his divisions. So we'll drop him off there. There are no permanent withdrawals yet. We don't have, yes we do. We have one leader in the out of action box, so we need to roll for his mortality. He gets a 2. On a 1 or 2, the leader is considered killed in action, so that's not good. So he goes off the board. So one of the leaders, white, for the 37th Infantry, goes off the board and is no longer in play. So now we will roll for the random event phase, which is 3 dice, and we'll see what that has for the day. We roll a 7, 8, and on a die roll of 8, the 37th Infantry gets paused. So they lose a leader, and now they can't go anywhere. So that's not a good idea either. I've also learned that when you do move them, they can't move into an area where there's a mandatory assault because they can't assault. So I do appreciate that being told to me as well. So now with that being said, we'll go ahead and go to the supply phase. We roll 4 dice for that. 5, 6, 8. So that's horrible. So we've got a pause and we've only got 8 supply. So this is going to be an ugly turn for the Americans. So one of the things we are going to do with that, we will bring back one. No, you know what? We'll just bring back an armor unit, and they will jump in to Kazan City if they don't get overstacked. 1, 2, nope, they'll be fine. So they're going to go into Kazan City. That's going to cost us 3. And now we only have 4 points left, so we'll buy 4 artillery. And that is what we're going to have to go into today's action with. So again, not looking very good. So the first thing we're going to do, 37th Infantry, since they can just move. So they will go, boy, that really limits them in what they can do. So we look at the movement to enter a vacant area adjacent to an enemy unit is 1. Oh, not adjacent to an enemy unit is 1. So we're going to go, this armor unit's going to go 1, 2, 3, and stop there. Because it costs 2 to go into an area with an adjacent. And then the infantry is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to stop there as well, and then they'll become spent. The gang up here, boy, they're just kind of stuck there, I think. We really need to make a push into some of these other areas. So up here in Mapejo, we've got 3 infantry and an HQ. They're going to go 1, 2, 3. They're going to jump down into here. And then that will be 1, 2, 3. So they can stop there. They become spent. The infantry and the HQ is going to go ahead and stay put in San Nicolas. So they're going to just flip over because they can't combat. And that is going to be the end of that for the 37th. Now for the 1st Cavalry. We have a bloody streets here in Kazan City. So we're going to roll 1 dice for that. A 5. Reduce Americans' morale by 1. So now that goes down to 12. And in Kazan City, they start off with the barrage and a defense of 3. So it's 11. And with the barrage, we have to move one of these units to the out of action box. This is not good. Or we can retreat, and we're going to do that. We're just going to retreat back into San Francisco. And that's going to be it for them. With the lack of support, we're not going to really be able to do much. With that being said, we are going to jump into Quapo with our 2 infantry and HQ and our 2 armor units. So they're a sniper and a +3, so they're at 11. The sniper basically places a leader unit in the out of action box when we're complete. So I'm going to flip this over just to remind me. And then we go ahead and start figuring out attacks. So our lead unit's going to be the 7-6 armor unit. So we're at 7. We have an infantry, HQ, and another armor. So we add 3 more for 10. We get to add artillery, which we're going to go ahead and add 2 to the artillery. So that'll take us up to 12. We are a combined attack because of the infantry and the armor and the artillery. So that takes us to 13. And we're still over the 10 morale, so that takes us to 14. So now we go ahead and complete that combat. And the Americans roll an 8, so they go to 22. And the Japanese roll a 5, so they go to 16. So to overrun, we'd have to win by more than 8. That didn't happen, but we did win. So the sniper goes away. We add a control marker to that area. We raise our control up to 18. And the HQ unit goes to the out of action box. And the rest becomes spent. And we take the artillery unit and put that in the use support units box. So after that, we also flip over the armor units. And then we can move along. Boy, really slow going here for the Americans. So now we drop down here to the 11th Airborne, and they're going to drop down into Nicholas Field. So that's going to take them 3. They're going to drop down, and they're going to come in, and the HQ is going to come in as well. So they're elite, so they get to roll 4 dice or 3 dice for their combat. And they start off at a 9, at a 13 because they're an elite, and they're at a +4 TEM, so 13. Our lead unit's going to be the infantry unit here, so we're at 4. We add 1 for the HQ for 5, 2 for the. So we're at 4. We add 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 more for the infantry and the HQs. So we're at 12. We're going to add 2 artillery support units to bump that to 14. That will also make us a combined arms attack, which will go to 15, and our morale will go to 16. So it's 16 to 13, and they get to roll 3 dice in this combat. They drop the low one, which is a 4, and they still come away with a 10. So they're at 23. We actually had a good roll, the Americans, at 9. So they go to 25. So again, they don't overrun, but they win the area. So we put a control marker there. We put the used units into the used support box. And we flip over everybody to their spent side. And that is it for the 11th Airborne. So I think we're pretty much done with everybody on the board. Yes, we are. So that's the end of the day. So at the end phase, we lower morale by 1. So we're now down to 12. And then we flip all the units over to their ready side. And we do it all over again. Hopefully tomorrow will allow for us to move some troops around and get a little supply day. That was really crushing right there when you got the pause for the 37th Infantry and then could not only got 8 for supply. Just a really bad set of circumstances for the Americans. So we flip everybody over. We've already moved the morale track. And now we go to turn 6. So we'll do that here in a minute. Thanks, everybody.